we? Oh, no. Tyendinaga. Pork chop. Pork chop's driving. Got the man in the back. Big D. We're going to Barrie, Ontario, where we are going to put a stamp on the Ontario arm wrestling scene. Pork chop's going to crush a guy who weighs 320 pounds. Big Rick Heidelbrecht. Troll Nation. It's like the only reason why I upload videos is just to read the comments and see the new profiles, I swear. What has happened to arm wrestling?
It's awesome, I love it.
Man, the comment section is gold now. Seriously. So we're just driving. We're driving down to Barrie. I'll tell you guys a little story about what it's like to be a 45-year-old dude who's been, you know, had a lot of things happen to him. My back is a total mess. Total mess. Like Tuesday we had practice. I went home and I could not even stand up off the floor. Desperation Pinocchio. Hey guys, from now on, whenever you see anybody ever say no limits, please correct them and make sure they use my proper name, Desperation Pinocchio. It's way cooler. It's way cooler. We're driving down there. My back is totally pooched. Seriously. I've never had my back be this bad. I told this guy, Yannick, that I would beat him even if I was in a wheelchair. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting because I feel like I'm like 500 years old right now. So I wanted to say just a couple things. You know, since I've been sitting here in the passenger seat, got to check out what's going on the old Facebook and see what's going on YouTube a little bit. I see just a couple things. First thing I see is so many people whining and complaining. And I have gotten to a point where I used to really care. I used to really care about trying to explain the intricacies of the King's move, the desperation move, the open top roll. I used to really care about kind of explaining it, how it was a technique. People think that I've become jaded because I've adopted this technique as part of what I do. Let me promise you, I've said it, I've been consistent my entire career. When I grew up just down the road, we're actually driving there right now, past this place, Crazy George. I always thought it was awesome. Way before I was a King's mover. Always thought it was a way to win. When I saw Crazy George at 60 years old beating all the young geared up monsters from wherever they were in the world, I was like, yeah, that's a cool technique. That's great. He says, great, let's change it. Desperation move. Desperation move. If you are not desperate to win, there's a problem. There's a problem. You should be desperate. You should have a desperate hook, a desperate press, a desperate move. So, yeah, call it the desperation move, Statue of Liberty, whatever you want to call it. But I actually like the desperation move. I think, and for people who hate it, well, get ready to hate me a whole lot more. A whole lot more. Because as I continue, I will only get worse with it. I will only do it more. So I am happy to be your enemy. Desperation haircut. See what I got going on here? The 1/10 Samson. I don't know if you can see that. See how long it is now? It's getting longer. Anyways, it's not gonna. Why are we going to Barrie? I'm going to Barrie because Yannick Quace.
It's gonna get buried at Barrie.
Probably.
It's fucking buried.
Probably gonna get buried. Yeah. Anyways, to go even further with all the crap that I saw, all these complaining people, all these crybaby types on Facebook. You all know who you are. Complaining. Here's the thing that you guys don't get. You're talking about the King's move. Let me tell you, and people are different. Oh, a little gas money. Thank you, one of the leaders of the troll army. People talk about when your shoulder dips below the table, it's the King's move, and it's the foul, and it's terrible. And if it's not, it's the open top roll. All you people who are saying that, you're crazy. You don't understand. Oh, 69 bucks. It would be easy to put a sensor. Let me tell you, let me address what you just said there. The problem, I'll say two things about this whole thing. For one, if you are a pro arm wrestler, that is a safety foul. It's a safety foul. It's so that people don't hurt their arms. At the pro level, if you're in it to win it, you don't care if you break your arm. And if you don't have that mentality going in at the pro level, you're probably in trouble. If you are not understanding that breaking your arm is a risk when you arm wrestle, you are already in a place that you're mentally disadvantaged. That shouldn't be at the pro level, in my opinion. However, it is. That's where they've said. But herein lies the second problem. It doesn't stop guys who've been arm wrestling like 10 years who've got wonky elbows. So it will never stop. People are saying things like, oh, Michael doesn't do the King's move anymore. He's quite open in his top roll. Man, do you see Michael's range? The arm stops like here. He's in his King's move basically in the setup. Do you think that calling a foul for dipping the shoulder underneath the table is stopping a bone lock? It doesn't. It's not even close. Even me, my arm is tight enough, I don't need to hit the table's edge to be in the King's move. So I've tried to have these conversations. I've tried to have these conversations with high-level people. Some people are for it. Some people misunderstand it. Either way, please continue to point your hatred towards me and let it fuel me, because I'm desperate for it. Next thing, quick. While I was watching, Pork Chop can defeat. Hey, you're getting close. You're getting close. I bet you he could beat me today. I bet you today you'd beat me. Yeah, today I am not feeling good today, let me tell you. It's a bad day for me. And Kurt's gonna mess some people up. Anyways. And Ryan, I saw your video. Ryan Blue Bowen. Can troll Ryan Blue Balls Bowen please correct Ryan Bowen on what's actually going on here? If you think for a second that Bart wouldn't have called me on a foul, then you should just consider that in your analysis. When you look at the table angles, where your camera is and where my shoulder is, just consider that there is an angle change there. So when you're saying foul, 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 understand that Bart's right there, and I promise that Bart will foul me. I promise that Bart will foul me if I'm close to that edge. But nobody cares. Nobody cares. Pin the arm. Win the match. All the people who are complaining, it's so foreign to me. It's a foreign way of thinking. Think about winning. Think about beating your opponent. Think about ways to beat. Always be climbing. Either always be climbing, that's the best way to beat it, or flop wrist press. Those are the two paths to victory. Anyways, rant complete. On the way to Barrie. Maybe we'll see some of y'all tomorrow. Yannick, I'm gonna beat you in my wheelchair.